Oh, it's April, one of my favorite months for trading. And certainly right now, we're seeing huge gains right now in cryptocurrency. I'm watching my portfolio grow. And April has really been a fantastic month for stock trading. So buckle your seatbelts, wake up, Grandma. This is going to be a fantastic month. And as we begin the month of April, I have a few insights to share with you, which have helped me over the years stay nimble, quick, and able to react in a way that I hope that you'll be able to do the very same. So over the past 2 weeks, with the tech-heavy NASDAQ index falling and falling and falling, oh, everyone's running away from tech, right? I asked myself, what if this was 2008? Or what if this was March 2020? Would I let another correction down in stocks blow past me again? What about if I could find some hidden gems, right? Think about it. The reopening is underway. 55 million Americans have received the jab, and that number is growing. And biopharma has essentially saved us from a world of pain right now. I mean, with all of this stimulus money, the free markets are finally able to start functioning again since most restrictions are being slowly lifted. We're seeing baseball getting back to normal, full seasons opening. I mean, this is what's happening at restaurants. We're seeing hospitality sectors. We saw the jobs numbers on Friday. As people are coming back to restaurants and hospitality, that was the area that was absolutely crushed. So now that I know the train is about to leave the station again, I'm reminded of 2013 when Colorado, I had an opportunity then. I had an opportunity and I blew it. It first legalized cannabis, for example. I knew there was massive opportunity. And I had a couple of my friends who literally moved to Colorado to take advantage of this gold rush. And I didn't take advantage of it. And sure enough, I got to watch it. I got to watch it happen from the side. And I got to see this. I got to see company, like, take a look at this company, right? This company enjoyed the wind at its back. It was a pioneer. It reaped a 1,882% appreciation in price in 3.5 short years. And by the way, this wasn't a standalone case either, because take a look at this company. Yeah, this second one surged by 2,655% in the span of less than 2 years. That's enough to make the $1,400 check, that stimulus check, turn into $30,000. I mean, if you think about it, if these potential opportunities exist, there was a way to identify them. There had to have been a way to identify them, because I want to make certain that my stimulus money goes towards the ultimate risk reward idea. That's the goal, right? And not only that, but we've just entered the month of April, which puts the odds in our favor right now. So let me explain this. I mean, April is a very important month for the markets. And after this tech train wreck that we just saw over the past few weeks, with Americans holding $5,600 in their pockets for families of four, and with hedge fund titans looking at the most oversold market conditions in over a year, the question that I'm asking myself as I look at this data is, what's cheap right now compared to 90 days ago? What's cheap right now compared to 90 days ago? And what has immediate upside potential? Which company is ultimately trying to solve problems and to bring good to the world? Cannabis legalization in its infancy, that's not going to return. That's gone. That train has passed, right? If I could go back to Colorado back then, 2013, but I didn't. The Biden administration right now and the FDA are pro decriminalization of a group of breakthrough substances, which will help America tackle its mental health challenges, such as anxiety, depression, and addictions. And these are problems that I want to be on the forefront of, solving them and investing in them. And by utilizing the free markets and the power of entrepreneurship, the American way. I haven't talked much about this. I don't think I've really ever talked about this here on the show to you. But I had family members, two of my uncles who suffered from this. One of my uncles had schizophrenia and then ended up taking his own life. And if these types of biopharmaceuticals were available to my uncle, that probably wouldn't have happened. The same is true of another uncle of mine, who was absolutely brilliant and who also succumbed to addiction. And many of you, I've seen your emails. I know what you're dealing with. And so if we can be on the forefront of being able to solve that, plus also make money on this new entrepreneurship journey that's going to, that's about to explode in the United States, Why wouldn't we? These are the types of companies and positions that I want to be in. I talk all the time to you like, I'm not in oil. I'm not supporting fossil fuel industries. Absolutely not. Things that hurt our earth, hurt our environment, no way. Things that can help us, that's where I want to be. I had to do a ton of due diligence on this, on a dozens of possible potential ideas on this, which led to dead ends. I was like, where am I going to turn? But guess what? It all paid off. When I saw that in all of the stock market, there's only one, and let me repeat that, only one company that is on the traditional brokerages right now, which is actually developing treatments that are breaking through using DMT. You know, when you look at right now, when you look at the month of April and you look at how historically April is one of the best performing months for the stock market, and you see that the Biden administration is stepping up decriminalization and the FDA is supporting it on top of it. And I found only one company that could actually step in and actually provide the type of infrastructure that I'm talking about. It's this. It's Entheon, which is a new dimension in addiction treatment. And I'm telling you, and I've gone through in deep dive what this company is doing, it's going to blow you away. So, in case you didn't know, the only way to be early in the next wave of medical use legalization of amazing technology in natural substances is to look at what the FDA has deemed breakthrough therapy. But it's not to market just yet. So the FDA has signed off on it. And these are substances which universities around the globe right now are releasing research paper after research paper citing how essential they are. And the company above, when I talk about Entheon, I'm happy that they decided to be the sponsor of today's show, and I'm actually going to be interviewing their amazing CEO on tomorrow's live show, so you have to watch it. Entheon Biomedical, which is now worth half of its price just 2.5 months ago. Let me repeat. Right now, this company is worth half of what it was 2 months ago. So remember that I told you about it now, since the timing and all of this matters, okay? And why I'm telling you this about Entheon Biomedical after a 50% decline in price? Well, because finally, its current valuation is actually lower than, get this, what the institutional accredited investors paid for their shares. Again, let me repeat. Institutional accredited investors paid twice as much for their shares. Now it's half as much. So the average Joe has a better entry point than Wall Street suits. And so I just had to partner with them and present their business model and catalysts to you so you can actually see, you know, how does all of this really tie back to stimulus checks and Biden's infrastructure plan and inflation? Well, that's because biopharma and drug development has never been more relevant as a subject matter right now. The whole world now realizes the importance of treating people effectively, and DMT could prove to be as such. I mean, the company is currently commencing upon preclinical trials right now and human trials to prove the safety and efficacy of DMT. And I just think about like my uncles, but specifically on the schizophrenia front, like if these tests prove to be good, well, that completely changes the value of the company, showing they could even commercialize the first ever DMT treatment. I mean, it's absolute breakthrough. Let me show you this is their symbol, ENTBF. ENTBF. Look at that, 50 cents a share. And also, unlike the government, which could be slow and it takes ages for it to get things done, you know, check out these milestones from Entheon, which, you know, I'll be covering with their new CEO in the morning in an interview, and I'm thrilled to have Timothy, the CEO, on to talk about this. He's on a mission to help Americans treat their addictions, depression, and other ailments, and I commend him for. He went through a family tragedy that led him on this journey with his brother on addiction. So there's a personal connection to making sure that we can actually treat addiction, and I'm even talking smoking. Yes, an addiction to smoking. So if Entheon is actually able to continue on this path right now and getting a drug approved, you'll remember watching this video. Like, you're going to bookmark this video, since it will probably become a very valuable company, and the sky is the limit right now. But Entheon is actually doing something smart, and it's building a second segment to its business. So the easiest way to explain it is that they're trying to make sure that when anyone goes to a doctor visit, the doctor has better tools which make his assessment than they currently have available. In other words, imagine walking to Barnes & Noble with the agenda of just finding something you'll enjoy, like a book you want to read. You can waltz in there, roam around the store for hours, not find anything, go over and have pastry. I would sit there for hours, have coffee. Even the sales rep who has 20 seconds to spend with you knows nothing about you, so he can only marginally assist you. You know, like, are you looking for science fiction? They don't know. They don't care. What if a couple of minutes before entering the Barnes & Noble, a specialist had collected data about you? They assessed it and provided it to the sales rep so that when you walked into that Barnes & Noble, they know exactly what you're after. It would be way more effective, and that's exactly what Entheon is working on right now, which is an efficient, predictive biomarker platform with which the doctor could better understand your body, so he doesn't prescribe a drug or a treatment that your own genetic makeup probably won't react well to and accept. It's like a toll road, collecting fees on anyone looking for DMT or other related treatments. So, I mean, this really gets me excited to consider the potentials here. Again, the company's name is Entheon Biomedical. Here is their stock ticker, ENTBF. Okay. And I'm stunned by the potential for this speculative idea right now. We'll have more updates to follow on this tomorrow morning in the video. I'm actually going to interview, again, the company's CEO, Mr. Timothy Coe, who's going to shed more light on this drug developer. And, many of you have emailed wondering, how can I take advantage of some of these OTC companies? And you need to use one of these particular brokerages to jump on them, like E-Trade. That's what I use. You can use Scottrade, Fidelity, TD, Ameritrade, any of those to check out these particular different companies. Entheon Biomedical, ENTBF. This whole channel is devoted to helping you build wealth. That's the goal. I want you to take control of your own finances, break through this ridiculous Wall Street system. And here's an opportunity for you to educate yourself on an amazing company, set up and really start to do your homework and due diligence on these types of companies, and start to see where other people are making money and advancing technology, advancing medical research that you can take advantage of as well, so that you're not left in the cold and wish that, oh my gosh, had you jumped on this. So here you go. I'm bringing this to you today. Smash that like button. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Drop me a line. And for the next hour or so, I'll be in the comments and I'll answer any questions that you may have. Much love to you. I'll see you next time.